Welcome back, Double Teamed fam. How are we doing today? I kind of skipped out on the last Vanilla Sunday. I'm so sorry. I've been going through a few things, and now I'm ready to talk about it. I told you guys I'd be doing a part 2 of cosmetic procedures that I've done on my body, and this is part 2 because I got my nose done. I got a nose job. Which, okay, if you're watching from YouTube, I'm looking at the camera, but right next to the camera is the TV. So I'm kind of going to be looking a little bit off camera as I explain to you guys what I've done. This would be a great episode to watch on YouTube, but audio is just fine. So if you're here, stay with me. Anyways, so yeah, I got a nose job. I'm not going to lie. I have been weighing on this for a very long time. My nose was definitely something that I was very insecure about in high school, mostly. I think through time, I've grown more into my nose, which was really lovely to see. But there was still a lot of insecurity that I had there, mainly because I had like a bump. My nose started a little bit higher than normal, and I had a bump. I know what? Nikki said we're Armenian. Yes, that's probably why. So I know when I told a lot of people that I was getting my nose done, they're like, why? I don't see the need. You know, your nose looks great. I love your nose. My boyfriend even said it one time. It was so cute. It was like in the middle of the night. It was really dark. And I thought he was saying, I love you. And I freaked out for a second. No, he grabs my face and he goes, I love your nose. And I was like, the way my mind processed that, it was very sweet, very endearing. I loved that moment. But he supported me doing the procedure anyway, because I had scheduled it before I met him. And I told him that. I was like, honestly, I was like kind of shy about telling him because it is, I'm making a change to my body. And I know that some people can be kind of like off-put by cosmetic procedures. Some people don't care, whichever. So I was like kind of, we were getting to know each other, but I wanted to tell him pretty early on. I think I told him about a week into dating. And I was kind of nervous. But I told him, I was like, hey, look, I'm getting a nose job. And he was like, okay. He was like, whatever makes you happy. At the end of the day, like, it's not going to turn me off or anything like that. I just support you. I think your nose looks beautiful. I love your face. I'm still going to love your face afterwards. He was like, but as long as you're happy, that's all that I really care about. So how I came to this decision. Last few years, I don't know if I manifested this or not. Last few years, I was like, you know what? I'll think about it. Maybe if the opportunity arises, we'll see. And one day I'm at a show and with two friends, I invited these two friends, it's a couple, who I had met at like other events previously. And I was like getting to know them. And I brought them around to my group. And we were at an after party after a show. And I was talking to the guy in the relationship. And I was like, I'd asked him, I was like, oh, what do you do for work? He was like, I am a plastic surgeon. And I was like, oh, he was like specifically for the face, for like rhinoplasties and like facelifts and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And I told him, I was like, that's so funny. I have been wanting to get a nose job. I'm not fully sure that I want to go through with it yet, but I would love to do a consultation. So he was like, well, why don't you come into my office? We'll do the consult. And, since we're friends, like, I'll give you a good price. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I went in and loved the consult, obviously loved the price point that they presented to me. I feel very fortunate that I found that. It is a private office, so he can do that. And I just scheduled it right then and there. Just paid for it, scheduled it, done. I'm not gonna lie, I got really nervous leading up to the appointment, mainly because of going under anesthesia. Now, obviously, I went under anesthesia for my boobs. That was the only time I've ever gone under. And I remember like waking up was like pretty miserable. And I was also just like in a lot of pain. So day of comes, My boyfriend was in San Diego, but he was like coming up to LA while I was getting the procedure done. So I had my other friend drive me to the appointment, and he kind of just like stayed with me for a little bit, helped calm my nerves, and then he left. They put the little IV thing in, which I fucking hated. I hate needles. And they gave me the like robe to put on, but it was all undone, and I had like no idea how to put it on myself. So the nurse had to like help me, had to fill out a bunch of paperwork. Finally, I get to the operating room, and they, lay me down. They put a little pillow underneath. The blankets are warm. And then the anesthesiologist is like, here's your little morning mimosa, like the anesthesia. And then the next thing I know, I'm waking up. So that was fun. The only like real memory I have of waking up is the fact that I really, really had to pee. So I know I was wearing the gown, and I know I was wearing underwear, and I couldn't stand up. Like, I was so groggy. I have a very vague memory of this, but I was like, I really have to pee. So I just remember someone, I think the nurse, brought in a little bucket to put under my butt. And then I don't know if she took my underwear off or if I did, I don't know. And then I just peed in a bucket on this table. And I think I like fell back asleep after that. And then the next time that I woke up, they're like, your boyfriend's here to pick you up. I almost cried. I don't know why. I almost cried when I saw him. Just because I think it was just the anesthesia. I was emotional. And yeah, I went home. He had to like help me. Obviously, when you come up from anesthesia, it kind of sucks for the first few hours. He had to like help walk me to the bathroom and stuff. The cast was not that bad. I will say though, by day 5 though, I was ready to get that cast off. I'll give Nikki a little photo that she can put in the YouTube so you can see like what the cast looked like. It wasn't a lot. Like, it was mostly over, obviously, like the bridge, and then like up to here to like my eyebrows. I didn't have like a lot of tape. And yeah, I would say I had to do nose rinses quite often, about 3 times a day. Put like peroxide around the stitching. They cut my like little septum right here. And I guess flapped it back and then did all the work. I didn't get a lot done. If you are looking on YouTube, if you can kind of see my nose, I just had them shave off the bump. That was it. He did bring up the skin right here, which is like at the tip of my nose. He did bring it up just a smidge. Now, the surgeon also let me know, my friend, basically let me know that I did have a really big, I don't know if I'm saying this right, concha bullosa. It's like a cavity that was like blocking half of my nasal passage on my right nostril. He said he cleared that up, and he added spacers like towards the top to kind of like help with my breathing. So overall, my breathing should improve drastically after the surgery. Yay for me. And yeah, I mean, I would say the pain's not that bad. Obviously, the cast protected me a lot. Most of the pain that I felt in the first week was honestly like at the bottom of my nose and at the top of my gums, which was really uncomfortable. The aftercare is it is kind of extensive. I can't wear eyeglasses right now, or like sunglasses. Obviously can't do like facials, microneedling, any stuff for like a few weeks. Can't work out for a few weeks. I should be cleared to work out. I've been doing light cardio. They do encourage you to do cardio daily, just like a 30-minute walk or whatever. But I've been going to the gym and doing, now that I'm at week 2 of recovery, doing a little bit more cardio at the cardio machines there. And yeah, pain is getting better. The first night when I got the cast taken off at night, my boyfriend accidentally whacked me in the nose. hurt like a motherfucker. Thankfully, everything is fine. It wasn't like that big of a whack. He just accidentally hit it when he was going to sleep. The first week I did use like a pregnancy pillow. My friend who had a nose job, she was like, you're going to want a pregnancy pillow. I have one. You can borrow mine. I was like, dope. So I used a pregnancy pillow to kind of like keep me elevated. That was really nice. And yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. Overall, the recovery is not that bad. I have to tape my nose at night to help with the swelling. I won't see the full results for like another 6 months basically, because the swelling will be like on and off. Obviously, especially around the tip of my nose right here, this area is super sensitive. And I actually have no feeling along my septum, or there's like a little bit of feeling, but he said it will come back fully in like the next 3 months. But I have to tape my nose at night in a very like intricate way, basically like tape here, 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 another big piece that goes around, and then tape over that to hold it all in. I just explained that on YouTube. I have to do that for 3 months. What else? I have a whole list. But basically, yeah, I am very happy with the results. Oh, I can't exfoliate. I took this time when I had the cast, I couldn't really get it wet. So I took that time to kind of experiment with my skin on not doing my full skincare routine for a week. Honestly, not that bad. Not that bad. So yeah, I got a nose job. And this is like the last major thing I'm doing. I don't need anything else. I'm very happy with my body, obviously. I will probably have to redo my boobs at some point just because implants do expire. Hoping that is later in life. And yeah, I don't really plan on doing any major procedures. Obviously, I don't need like a BBL or a tummy tuck, or I take care of my body and I love that. I don't like doing a lot of work to my face. I'm very happy with it. I'm even trying to do like less Botox and fillers. So, because I think, the process of aging should be mostly natural. But yeah, it does also, my nose gets like a little tight, like towards the tip too. So like some facial expressions are actually really difficult to do right now, but obviously my nose is healing more and more every day. The swelling is going down. What you see right now on camera, if you're watching on YouTube, is actually not the final result, because I still have a lot of swelling right here and a tiny bit right here. So it'll become more apparent in the next 6 months. But the side profile is so cute and I love it. And I think it's adorable. So I'm happy. Yeah. Anyways, so that's all. Happy Vanilla Sunday.